The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around. The Knockem Dead.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and...
What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knockem Dead Comedy for your event today. What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy murder mystery
How do
show?
you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey, how you say there, people?
2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Hi, everybody. It is Monday. It is October
25th, I think.
October 25th, you think?
I think.
I think you're right about that.
Oh, good.
Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. the place, which is just crazy right now.
And legendary.
Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club, where you can see Robert Kelly this weekend. Where you can see Charlie Bequette and Friends this weekend at the Brokerage in Belmore, and where you can see over at McGuire's this weekend the one and only Chris Monty. Robert Kelly is playing the club this weekend, the Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Charlie Bequette and Friends this weekend at the Brokerage in Belmore. And Chris Monty, the one and only Chris Monty, this weekend at McGuire's in Bohemia. You know who else is playing McGuire's in Bohemia this weekend?
Who's playing in McGuire's this weekend?
Andy Plajanos.
Oh, cool.
Friday night, doing a special late show over there. I think it's a Halloween thing. So we're very excited about that. Lots of great shows happening. Lots of stuff to cover this morning. So thanks for tuning in. Go to govs.com to check out their full schedule and to make your reservations to see a great comedy show no matter which way you go. All the clubs, they're all fantastic. And keep it locked at Govs. Did I say Govs Radio? I meant to say Govs Podcast. Although, right there, right here. No, right there. Right there. Yes, right there. It still says Govs Radio. Actually says Governor's Comedy Club. We're a mess.
I don't think anyone cares.
Oh, up there. Gov's Comedy Club Podcasts. That's what we're calling ourselves now. Good morning, Beansy. Good morning, Liz Batapede. Good morning, Kirsten. Nice to see everybody this morning. Hope you're all well. Hope you had a great weekend. Speaking of Chris Monty, speaking of Andy Plajanos, speaking of all these great comedians, we got a lot going on here. They're out there. You guys familiar with the TV show Gravesend? They're out there filming some scenes here in the club today. The main guy, whose name escapes me right now, the main guy's been walking around.
Grave.
Mr. End.
We call him Grave.
It bugs me. And he had a very, very small part in The Sopranos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if he spoke. It might have been just once in a while, like a yeah or something. But he was one of the guys, like he would be hanging around, whenever.
Forget about it.
Yeah, one of those types. Forget about it. He'd be one of the guys just kind of hanging around, like when they had a meeting and stuff. He'd be the guy, almost like a red shirt guy on Star Trek. Except this guy didn't get killed.
He just got punched.
So they were out there filming. And we got a lot of action going on in the studio this week, on our show in particular. Jackie the Joke Man Martling will be here tomorrow hanging out with us for Tuesday Trivia, which I don't even think he's aware of yet. But he's going to be giving away 2 tickets to see the documentary about his life playing Wednesday night in Belmore. It's called The Joke Man. It's a great movie. We've seen it, and we liked it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. We're glad it's finally getting out there. But Jackie will give away a pair of tickets to see that movie on Wednesday with us, because we'll be there as well.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. On Thursday, Chris Monty himself will be in here. Chris is such a great guy and so funny. Looking forward to that. He'll be giving away a pair of tickets to see his show at McGuire's this weekend. So that'll be fun. The one and only Neil Rubinstein will be joining us on Friday. And, of course, Andy will be here as well. So Neil Rubinstein, who had a show here for a while, on our station, but has since moved out of Long Island, moved to Oklahoma.
Yeah, we'll have to find out about that.
What the? And he's been driving all over the country doing his stand-up. So, so lots of stuff going on here, and of course, all the usual great shows. You got Flip Tracks Radio tonight.
Yeah, I was showing the hallway because a whole bunch of people were walking by, and the second I hit it, they were all gone. So it's just the empty hallway.
So Flip Tracks Radio. Christy Unleashed has moved to Sunday nights, which started last night, right, on Sunday?
Yep.
So that'll be cool. Gov's live from Gov's Green Room, I believe, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, we return. We've had murder mysteries.
We've been slacking, hanging around, eating bowls of ice cream and not work. No, that wasn't it.
Eating both ice cream? What does that mean?
Bowls of ice cream.
Oh, I thought you said eating both ice cream. I was like, what?
No, we've been doing murder mysteries like crazy. We've been leaving White Post, getting in the car and driving to a murder mystery and working till like 10 or 11. And then coming back the next day and doing White Post. Like, exhausted.
Not anymore.
Well, for me, yeah. I'm still working.
Fall Festival officially finished yesterday. I'm done. It's weird. I feel not sad, but a little weird because I do enjoy it. And I enjoy a lot of the people.
Usually by the last week we're done, though.
Yeah, but just physically, I'm just tired of it because it just consumes your life for those 8 weeks.
I could tell.
6 weeks.
I could tell like it's coming like when it comes to the end where my customer service goes like right out the window. When I start like not taking crap from the customers.
Let me tell you, yesterday was crazy busy.
I was so busy.
The last 2 Sundays have been breaking records over there. I mean, the lines are going out for miles. Literally miles.
I was so busy that I was dehydrated, wanted water, didn't drink it because I knew I would never be able to leave to go to the bathroom. That's how busy we were.
Yeah. What do you got? You got something going on your forehead up there?
A brain.
Definitely not.
Yes.
But
what is it?
I don't know, piece of dandruff. I don't know. It's white.
It's a lice.
It's a lice.
A lie.
A lie.
A little fuzz. I don't know.
Hello, Andrew Fremder. I also get nothing done when I slack off much too much.
Yeah.
Elizabeth and Kirsten are sharing a little love fest. They finally met face to face this weekend.
I want to hear about it.
Yeah, we want to hear all about it. We want to hear about the cocaine that you did after the show.
When are you guys
and
calling
the naked activity? Well, can they call in? The phones are on?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood.
Nice.
Yeah.
About freaking time she's in a good mood.
I know. It's like twice a year.
So it was crazy busy.
You guys could both call in, and I could put you both on if you want.
I'd like to put them both on.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
So the place was crazy busy. And, Sallie mentioned her customer service.
It's a little thin. And trust me, the people that got it deserved it.
And believe me, the place was nuts. There were lines all over the place. And I'm doing my thing, and I'm walking around. I'm talking on the mic. And my mic still has I could walk over to where Sallie is, and it still works. Like the connection, the wireless connection still works. So I'm walking over there as I'm making my announcements. Because that's what I do. I make announcements. I joke around, and I just walk. So I walk over by her, and she's got a long line. She's had a long line for a while.
So long.
She sells kettle corn and popcorn, right?
And water.
And water. So I walk over there, and Sallie's, handling a customer.
Handling them.
Yeah, baby. So this woman walks over with some kettle corn. She comes to the front of the line. She's carrying the bag, and she turns to Sallie. She goes, "We didn't want this. We wanted popcorn." And all I see is this. Sallie just looks at the woman. She goes,
I go like this. I go.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a.
What was it?
It was a.
Was it like this? Like.
No, it was.
Trust me. By the time the lady left, she totally agreed with me and went to go yell at her husband. Me and her were like.
The customer is always right.
She understood me afterwards because she's been dealing with that stupid freaking idiot for 30 years.
You're in a good mood. You've had a good night's sleep. At the time, because now you're nice, Sallie. So you can't even make the face.
I'm never nice, Sallie.
Well. But you can't even make the face that you made yesterday.
I was like, yeah, I remember actually thinking that it had been like a couple of hours since I'd smiled when I was like working there. It's so... Kevin is like behind me and I could hear him go, the line just never ends. Every time I look up, it never shortens. It's not shortening. Yeah. Well, because we're supposed to start cleaning all the machinery by like 4. It's 4:30. We still have a line down of giraffes.
But did they tell you that they extended the hours yesterday because there were so many people?
No, they never tell us anything. We just walk on and do our best.
Oh, yeah, they told me.
And then when everything's all done, we're like, I guess we can hand in our radio now.
No, yeah, they told me that we were going later.
They don't tell me dick.
But you have the radio, so they must have discussed it on the radio. No. But, all right, but here's what I don't understand. Because you keep asking what your face was like. Meanwhile, I've made it twice to the camera.
Let's see it.
Right, all right, so I'll do it a third time. So it was just
Shut up.
It was just this.
Yeah. And like, let me tell you,
and it went on this long.
Stupid idiot your husband is.
And then finally, she started to speak, and that's when I walked away.
Yeah, because you were scared. You're like,
Oh, I was very scared.
oh, I know that tone. I gotta go.
Completely. Oh, I knew the face.
I've had that tone 5 times today, so I'm gonna like leave right now. And you had this like happy look, like you're so happy it's someone else.
Yeah, oh, totally. Please let her go to jail for
So I
murdering
said to her,
that person instead of me.
Because we ran out of regular popcorn. So I say, like, they'll be, can I have popcorn? So this guy walks up, this husband. Can I have 3 popcorns? And I go, yeah, I'm really sorry. We just ran out of regular popcorn. I do have kettle corn. Kettle corn, it's sweet and salty. And you might be able to find regular popcorn, which is just butter and salt and kind of gross and crappy. All the way at the front of White Post. But right here, we make the kettle corn here, but we don't make the regular popcorn. We have kettle corn. It's sweet and salty. And he goes, all right, well, just give me that. And I go, okay. So then, and I could just tell. So he walks away, and like 10 minutes later, she walks up. This isn't what we wanted. We wanted regular popcorn. So I was like, because like usually I do that spiel and I say that quick, and people catch on right away. They're like, all right, yeah, give it to me. I'll take that. Or no, I just wanted regular popcorn. How about a couple of waters? Done. But he just stood there like this. He was like this. And he was actually swaying, like not drunk, just stupid. So I said it. Like I explained it. I thoroughly explained it. So that's what I said to the woman. I go, look, I said, your husband came up here. Like just what I just said. And I said, I completely explained this to him, that it was going to taste completely different. And he said, can I have 3? And she goes, got it. Like she knew. Like she knew that she'd been dealing with this for 38 years and she couldn't wait to go back and yell at him. Yeah. So yeah. And then the only other customer service moment that I had that I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't have it in me. This lady walks up and you're standing, and especially in New York, like if you're in a deli in New York and you just realize when you come up to the counter that you're hungry and you should now look at a menu, really, God help you. Like the line will, would you just decide that you were getting something? You don't know what you want. Now you're looking at like people will go at you. So you've been trained your whole life not to be that guy. So this lady walks up and she's just like, she doesn't know what she wants. Then she orders. Then she realizes, oh, she has to go find money in her bag. Like, no, people are standing online for an hour for popcorn. And even like I said to Kevin at one point, I'm like, there is 0 chance I would ever stand online for anything this long. And they're standing
Really?
in line. Oh, yeah. In an hour to get a bag of popcorn when you're at White Post Farms and you can go like pet giraffes. No, I would not stand online for popcorn. So this lady comes up. Now she's going to try to find her money. But I know what she wants, so I just hand it to her. She gives me a 20. And I'm gathering, her thing. And then she's like, the order comes to $15.10. And I know she's going to decide halfway through that she's going to give me a dime. So I'm like, are you okay over there?
I don't know, I'm getting a phone call. I don't know who it is.
So I'm not even listening to her. She's like, you know what? Like if someone's like, oh, I have a dime. Fair enough. I
Sure.
just dump the thing. I dump all the change that I just gathered. Fair enough. But if they're like, you know what? At the bottom of my purse, it could be a candy. But there might be a dime down there. No, there's a line to giraffes. So
you would just say what? Don't worry about the dime.
No, it wasn't even.
Look.
It wasn't even that good. I go,
Hey, are you doing the little room? Yeah, come on in. Are you the one doing the little room? They're expanding the little room. Are you the guy doing that job?
No.
Oh, you're not.
ah, bummer.
You can't. Oh, it must be tough having such a life that you can't do it.
Well, I haven't seen you guys in
I know, it's been a long time. How are you, pal? Good to see you, man.
How's it going?
I'm feeling better.
Feeling better? What happened?
The drunk driver almost killed me.
Oh, did you know about this?
I didn't know
no,
that.
I didn't hear. We didn't hear about this.
Yeah, I was out in PA about 7 months ago.
You want to come sit down? Because we're on the air.
Oh, you on the air?
Yeah, we're on the air right now.
You can interrupt us.
You
Come
wanted
on.
by the law, you can't get in front of the camera?
Just they can't hear you talk.
I'm beginning to lose my top. So which chair you want me to go sit on?
Either one. Either one. We'll turn a mic on.
I like to be next to you, really, to be honest with you.
You like to be what?
Nearby you because you're a nice guy, you know.
Yeah. But I don't smell.
Yeah, this room looks good. I wonder who did it. You guys did a good job.
You guys did a good job. You did a good job.
Oh, did I?
It's fantastic in
You
here.
see what I was just talking about? The impact was so hard that I even lost my memory.
So So you got hit by a drunk driver?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, yeah.
I was on my way back to New York, and it was on a snowy day. So this guy was flying down the road, and eventually I got hit. Suffer a concussion. It felt good to be drunk. Feeling like if you're drunk, you don't know where you're at. Your head is. Yeah. You're just seeing little stars. And
Sallie just had a car accident 2 months ago. Same thing, concussion, and she's still weird.
She's still stupid, Sally. Well, Sally, you know what? Let me tell you something that my wife told me. She said she's very happy that I'm still a man, because she's so surprising how all these men's always rear-ending me. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. I was never happy about that. But you know what? I always told my wife, well, listen, that's their problem, because anytime any man wants to rear-end me, it's going to cost them.
It should. Right.
I got a very good lawyer that protects my rear end.
It's a valuable rear end.
Yeah,
well, introduce him, Tony, so people know who is sitting here and why.
Jose is sitting here with us. Jose is the man that built this room.
Yeah, explain.
When we redid the room last year and we were out of here for months, it looks as beautiful as it does because of this man right here.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've seen you since.
Correctly. That's when I went into the hospital for concussion and
You
back home.
You were in the hospital, so
I was. I don't remember nothing.
Really?
No.
So, but you were in the hospital the whole time because of the concussion, or were you physically messed up?
Back.
Your back.
Yeah, my back, and but you know what? But it's coming along. It's like.
I mean, it seems like you're getting around great.
Yeah, I am. Like I said.
And you're just as handsome as ever.
As always, I'm glad I haven't lost my top. I'm getting there, but it's coming.
It's
along.
nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah,
Come on.
I know. But you know what? Hey, look at this guy. That guy looks familiar. When you've seen this guy before, he looks very familiar to me.
Very handsome.
Yeah. It's a handsome guy.
You know that's you, right?
Huh? I was.
You know that's you. You know that's you up there.
Oh, that's me. Oh, okay. They always say that you have a twin somewhere. I thought that was my twin for a minute. So I'm good.
So I didn't know with the concussion. Maybe you forgot what you look like.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? But you know what I mean? Listen, after I left this room over here, and coming back over here and see you guys here, I'm very, very happy to see you guys back.
We're happy to see you.
I'm glad you're okay.
And glad you're okay. That's crazy. How long were you in the hospital for?
Not too long, just a couple of, in and out. But the whole idea was, why could it have been worse,
Yeah.
Lucky that, it was just hit me full impact and the whole entire back. It was the corner. But you know what? Regardless. But anyway, hey, listen, we are alive and we are moving forward.
That's right.
And this
gives you a little bit of a better perspective on things, right? A little more appreciative.
Yeah. I guess people don't appreciate for me to be retired and everybody's pushing me to go back to work.
Yeah.
No, even my doctors, they say, you see, we told you.
Yep.
Don't.
That's what happens when you do a good job. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, this is a perfect example. They see this, and in all seriousness, right? How many people have come in here and said, "Holy crap, this is beautiful."
Yeah.
Really, in all seriousness, everybody that walks in here says, "Wow, this really came out nice."
Well, you know what? I'll be honestly with you. I always try to do the best for the best.
Of course.
And you guys are the best.
Yeah, look at that.
You know what?
How long ago was the accident?
About 6 months ago.
6 months ago. Oh wow, so that must have happened like.
Yeah.
Shortly after he was done here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yours was 2 months ago.
Yeah, just 2 months ago.
I hope you didn't get hit by a drunk driver.
No, me and Kevin, my 17-year-old, we were just sitting at a light on Jericho Turnpike and just sitting there, and this person just was driving 40 miles an hour. I actually think she thinks that maybe she was in the lane over because there's 2 lanes to turn left. Because she was just I can't believe I'm stopped. She was just going bam.
Yeah.
And she just came right behind us.
Well, you know what? Look at the bright side. You know what? We're here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, my next door neighbor friend, she just lost her 19-year-old kid, the one that was on the news yesterday on Channel 12 News. The young kid that Dominican Republic, he got killed on that accident.
Yes.
He was hit by I think was it a SUV or something like that?
Yeah, I believe it was a truck of some sort. On the LAE, I think.
Right? No, was it on the Sunny State or on the LAE?
I thought LAE, maybe I'm wrong.
I think I passed by it. What time of night? 'Cause they were like, they were literally, I'm not even exaggerating, 17.
Yeah, he was 19.
No, like 17 fire trucks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe you're talking about the two girls. The other accident.
There were two accidents last night?
Over the weekend there were a couple of bad accidents.
Wow.
Yeah, but actually, unfortunately, he was, 19 years old. And it was, I think it was, the other person was with a stolen vehicle or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's awful.
Listen,
and this is your next door neighbor?
My next door neighbor's relatives.
So, okay.
I drive after the accident, even though like I wasn't even driving at the time. Like I drive differently now. Now I'm like you just have a realization of what a pain it is.
Well, let me tell you something. You know what? I'll be honest with you. For years, my wife was actually in a multiple car accident on the Bell Parkway. I mean, I'm sorry, not the Bell Parkway, the Sunny State Parkway.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know what? There were various multiple car accidents cars that they were involved. Unfortunately.
Sure.
Yeah. But you know what? When I was in business, this is like one of the two most highways that I used to take care of my business was the Long Island Expressway and also the Sunny State Parkway.
Right.
And these are raceways. They are not parkways no longer.
You're absolutely
They're
right about
raceways.
that.
You know what?
Yep.
And with the amount of officers that they patrol these areas, to me personally, I had even spoken to higher superiors as far as that. I don't feel that the volume of commuters that we got through that they use this as a speedway.
Yeah.
We don't have enough officers out there. They do their job up to their expectation. That they're the best at what they do, and a lot of times people do not give them credit for what they do.
Oh, sure.
They put their lives on the line for us.
Yeah.
You know what? Not only that, but you want me to tell you something? I've been requesting, parkways. They got cameras, speed cameras on areas basically that they don't belong to be. This is where they need cameras.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I still remember the day I was driving my wife to work over on North Shore, over by Community Drive.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And there was it was a rainy day, and I was doing it like on my, let's say, maybe 50 miles an hour, 45, 50 miles an hour. And how this trailer, semi-truck, is flying down the road. And he was doing, at least he had to be doing 80 miles an hour, switching from lane to lane to lane to lane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And you know what? The whole idea was, like I say, sometime, if there's a patrolman on the area and they catch up to them, but you don't expect all the time. But you know what? I have a blame for this. It's this new technology of this modern world that they should not have, where people could basically tell when there is a patrolman
that is true.
on the side.
Yeah.
Right.
And what they do, they'll slow down.
Yep.
Then when they don't, the signal's not coming through, they'll speed up. You know what? Just how many years ago was it that we had that semi-truck that killed multiple people on the Long Island Expressway? I know it was a couple of years back. I can't recall how many years.
Remember.
But it's more than 5 years ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I know there was a couple of fatalities. People die because of this. This guy is driving like minions, these trucks and everything.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I understand they have to make the deliveries and everything.
Right.
not like that.
Right, not like that at all.
Like that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you guys doing good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
we're working hard as always in here.
Yeah. I came by to pay a visit since I don't got nothing else to do. Drop my daughter to school, then after that I just go home, make my little breakfast. And
James putting you to work or what?
no, he he asked me to come down and give him an advice about something that
consultant.
he needs to take care. So but hey, listen, you want me to tell you something? I retired from my business. I did not retire
Right.
from good friends.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
know
go.
what, that
I like
includes
that.
you guys.
Yeah, that's nice, Jose.
That's why I couldn't just pass by these
Right.
doors and not wave at you guys. And
You're just
everything.
trying to get
Yeah.
a part on the TV show. That's what you're
I
doing.
would love to. You know what? I was looking at that FBI jacket. I wanted to put it on, and come in here and arrest you guys.
We've been teasing him because we've been teasing him because they're trying to get James to be in a scene.
Oh, okay.
And so he doesn't want to do it, but I was like, come on, go do it, do it. No.
Yeah, we had to tease him. You had to come into it. But listen, guys. Hey, it's nice seeing you.
You too, brother.
Stay well.
Love
You
seeing
too.
you, Jose.
Feel better.
Yeah,
Listen,
you too.
Like always, you know what?
Yep.
You guys got my number. Anything. If I ever need to do something for you guys, feel free.
Okay.
You're the man.
Okay?
Thanks,
All right?
pal. It's good
Take
seeing
care.
you.
It's nice seeing you too.
We
Take
will.
care. All right. Bye-bye.
Good to see you.
Nice.
Yeah, I love seeing him.
looks good, man.
Yeah, it does.
Everything looks good.
It really does. They
Yeah.
did a nice job.
But you know what? The best thing is you guys that makes it look better.
Ah,
Wow.
Take care, guys.
See you later. Thanks.
I feel like $1 million when Jose comes by.
Wow. How do you like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to get the camera. It just
No, that was good. That's fine.
wasn't happening for me. Wasn't in the cards.
It's all right. We weren't expecting him. It was fine. It was just fine. That's Jose.
Yeah.
He does a lot of handyman work around the club.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy.
Yeah, really good.
So, yeah, I figured maybe he was doing the expansion of the little room. In the little room here,
I figured he was too.
yeah, so they have the main club, which everybody knows. They have the patio outside, which is like an alleyway, but seats like 60 people, 70 people. But they also have the little room. And that holds around 60, but they're now expanding it. It's going to hold probably around 80 to 90, which is going to be cool. That's going to be like a real
Yeah, that's going to
like
be a
city
great
comedy
room.
club feel to that. Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Yeah.
So looking
Yeah,
forward
that's
to
awesome. I'm excited about that.
that. So we were talking about White Post. I just have just two things I want to talk about with White Post, especially now that I'm done. You're not done. You have at least one more weekend to go.
I'll
done.
remember next year. Last year I was done, and then they said, hey, buddy, want to work the next weekend too? And I was like, okay. And I did. And then this year I forgot again. And then I was like, oh, crap. So next year I'll plan for it, the last weekend isn't the last weekend for me.
What do you mean? So next year you're going to prepare that you'll have an extra
I'm gonna
weekend?
psychologically prepare.
Oh, so you're upset about working this weekend?
No, I'm not upset. It's just like when you know you're done doing something and you have a weekend off, and then like for 6 weeks, that's going to be your weekend to do a whole bunch of stuff. I wanted to do like a lot of
so
the
basically you gotta
backyard
plan for
lawn
7.
stuff. I wanted to clip some tree branches. I want to do I'll probably still do a lot of that on Saturday.
We
but
can still get that done.
yeah.
So yeah, so I have one story, and then one complaint. You know what? Let me.
I'm not to complain, am I?
Oh, you're always no,
Oh.
not at all. Let me just read comments. Elizabeth says they streaked through the club. That's awesome. Jeff Posey says good morning. Good morning, Jeff. If you don't have it in you when you're at work, I guess wait until you clock out, says Fremder. I don't know what that was in reference to.
Fremder, we haven't heard his name in a while.
Yeah, he's been watching like here and there.
Hey, Andy, give your wife a hug for me.
Kirsten says, glad Jose is feeling better. Fremder says, getting rear-ended by another man, also known as Deliverance. Joan Asher is watching. Hello, Joan. Posey says, nothing like an uplifting car accident story while I sit in traffic because of an accident up ahead. He actually wrote up the head. It's up ahead.
Yeah,
up the head. Sounds like a drink. Like, up the head. DJ D Love says, good morning.
Hello, DJ.
Let's see what else is going on. Working hard. Tony sitting on a chair. What are you talking about, Beansy? Oh, us working hard in here? Man, you have no idea what we do in here. Let me tell you, who you talking to sitting
No
on a
one
chair?
makes us 3 meals a day.
Yeah. Fremder considers himself to be a good driver. However, nobody knows about his NASCAR background. It only comes out when I have to shit real bad. All right, so one story from White Post yesterday. I need to complain about a guy. Sallie and I were having lunch. We're on a lunch break. And because I have the microphone and make all the announcements, sometimes it's just, meaningless announcements about, what's going on around the farm. But sometimes it's important stuff like a missing child. So we're sitting down eating lunch yesterday, and the security guy comes running up to me, and he says, "Hey, we need you. We got a missing kid." I had the mic with me because I'm always at the ready. Have mic, we'll travel. So I whipped it out, just like that. And I said, "What do we got, gentlemen?" And they said, okay, we have this little child here. He's looking for his mother. So the child knew his name. He knew his mother's name because this kid was like maybe 5.
The kid wasn't crying or anything, was he? As long as they have the kid. It's when they don't have the kid and they have the parents looking for the kid that I get really nervous. I always picture like the kid in a trunk somewhere. As long as you have the kid, I'm fine.
And I have to hi. There's some woman with big boobies. Who is that?
I'm right here.
What do you mean?
Stop looking at people with big boobies.
I just pointed out she has big boobies.
Finish your stupid story.
You can't help but talk about it. She's like showing them off. So
she's not. She's not even looking at you.
When she turned around and waved to us, all we saw were boobies. I'm not sitting there salivating over her, going crazy. I'm just pointing out she's got big boobies.
Are you still talking?
It's my favorite subject, boobies. So the kid is standing there with the security guard, and I'm on the mic. We have, I don't know, whatever the name was, little Jimmy here, and he's looking for his mommy, Mary. So, Mary, if you're out there, don't worry, Johnny's safe. He's here with me. Just come on up, and I'm assuring everybody, don't worry, this happens. People get separated. It's a big place. We're all having fun, but it always works out okay. Everybody gets reunited. No problem. Nobody's kidnapping anybody.
And
nobody's injured.
The outfit
fine.
that you're in, like, kids are just like, you're not like in some like crazy clown outfit that scare kids. Like, people are very, like, the kids are very comfortable with you. So it's like, it's nice for them. Because sometimes when the security guards in their SWAT outfits, are holding the kids' hands, the kids look like they're going to poop themselves. But they're very comfortable with you.
So I said it again, so we're looking for Mary. If, don't worry, Johnny's here with us. But Mary, I tell everybody, if you happen to see a mother that maybe looks like she's upset and maybe looking for something like a child, maybe, or if you know Mary, please let her know her son is here. So about 6 feet away, there's a family walking like in the direction away from us. And a guy turns around and he yells to us, "She's right here. Mary's right here." So we all... And this woman that he's pointing at is now smacking him. And she's like, "Oh, you're so bad." Like, and he's laughing, she's laughing. We're like, "Oh, so that's not Mary."
So you're lying about a missing child.
So what kind of douche makes a joke when you have a kid lost and scared looking for his mom in this open giant field of probably, of thousands of people that are there at one time.
So many people.
And this douchebag is making a joke about it.
Douche.
Couldn't believe it. So I grabbed the mic and I go, "Well, that wasn't very nice and that wasn't very funny, but we're still looking for Mary." But now, in between that douche and us is another family. The father of this family, he was enraged. Immediately starts yelling, "What's the matter with you, bro? You think you're funny? That's stupid. You're stupid. You're a jerk.
Yeah,
you're a jackass." And he's getting more and more, and he's screaming, like he's getting louder and louder. And you see his wife. She immediately rolls his eyes. Like, she must go through this. She immediately rolls her eyes. She must go through this all the time. And she's grabbing him. So stop. Just. And she's going, "Just stay here. Sure enough, boom. He beelines for this guy. I look at the quickly look at the security guard. He's got the kid. So he's not moving. So now the one-legged guy is trying to hop over there as fast as he can to try to stop this guy.
So you're trying to get in between hot-headed guy and douchebag.
Yes.
Okay.
But because the security at White Post is fantastic, they're such great guys.
They are. Like I said, they're like in SWAT outfits. They're not. They're a hired. They're not.
Oh
like,
yeah, these guys are not.
Oh, hey uncle, can you pretend to be the security guard? Like, they're hired.
It's not Paul Bart Mall Cop. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
These guys are retired Army. That some of them are cops during the week.
They got wires on their ears. Like, they'll be talking to me about something, and all of a sudden they're like, they're gone.
Yeah. So so I start hopping over, but sure enough, boom, out of nowhere, there's another security guard. Boom, he gets right in between. I was like, oh, thank God. And the guy walks back. And the guy even said, he goes, I'm really sorry. He goes, that just burned me up. And I said, yeah, believe me, that was one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah.
And then to laugh about it, I was floored. And it gets to you because even though it ends up okay every single time a kid, loses their parents.
Every time.
There's never a time where we've had to call the police in and, get detectives or anything like that. There's never been an attempted
and
abduction.
Kids are all day long.
They get reunited quickly, but it's still nerve-wracking.
Especially when it's like 4 and under.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's when everyone gets involved on the radio.
For this guy, so it made it even more like harder to calm down after that because I just couldn't. I was so shocked over this guy. I mean, really, if that doesn't say asshole,
yeah,
I really don't know what does. So,
but the poor woman with the hothead too. Like after a while, everyone was upset, but no one felt the need to jump on the guy. So she must have her hands full too.
Yeah, but at the same time, that guy deserved to get a beating. Really, when you're that much of a douche, you deserve a beating.
Yeah, but picture this poor family that has to deal with hothead. Like you're sitting at the dinner, and here you go. Here we go again. Everyone else seems to be able to control it.
Hello, Adam Snare. Thanks for tuning in this morning. We're sorry that you're not making your way up to New York this week. We were looking forward to hanging out with you. But hope everything is well. Right? We don't know why he's not coming, right?
No.
Okay.
Which
and
is
that's
why
fine.
I didn't bring it up again.
What do you mean? We weren't even supposed to say he's not coming?
Yeah.
But,
I don't know.
But it was out there that he was. So didn't we have to say, sorry, he's not? I didn't say anything bad. I just said he's not coming.
Okay.
All right. Fremder.
Just don't.
Okay.
Don't.
Yeah, it's not dirty or crossing the line. It's just he can do better. Fremder. All these Gravesend people are walking by, and they keep looking at us. But one cool thing that happened at White Post, I don't know, did I tell you the story? Yeah, I did. Oh, Joe Pontillo was there this weekend.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Comedian Joe Pontillo, he's been in here a couple of times. Funny guy.
With his
he
family.
was walking around.
He was just walking around with his family.
That was always fun. I like when the comedians are there. And then he gave me the thumbs up later on when he walked by. Like I felt validated by a comedian because he's a great comedian. He's a veteran of comedy. So I like when
I've
they.
never seen a stand-up.
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. He was just talking about his accident and stuff. Does he not know we're on the air? Oh, my goodness.
So what was the other story you wanted to tell? Because you said one story, now we're on 2.
No, I said I had one story, one complaint. But then I thought of another story. So I haven't gotten to my complaint yet.
So now it's 3 stories.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, now 4 because I threw in Joe Pontillo.
We started the show 5 minutes before the show. I don't have anything to talk about today. There's like nothing.
And I didn't. And and then you were nice.
stories.
And then you were nice enough to say, think about your weekend. So I did. So thank you for that. This woman comes up to me. She's got 2 kids, one on each hand. Probably both of them 6-ish, give or take. And she goes, I have a weird question. So let me preface this. So I make all the announcements, but I also have a CD player hooked up to speakers. So I play music all day long on these CD players. They don't have, an iPad or, some kind of something that plays an MP3. It's
an old system.
It's CDs. So I'm switching out CDs all day long. And when they first hired me, they said, play country music. And they have a bunch of CDs there, all this country music, but it's old, like, Hank Williams, Patsy Cline type stuff.
It's awful.
Which I don't mind some of that, but all day long, no way.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is, I lost my dog.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fun country.
Yeah.
So
Your music's a little bit of a stretch to be country, but it
Yes.
totally works, and it's peppy music.
Well, that's the thing. So, yeah, I took the liberty without even asking. I just made a bunch of CDs
like,
myself.
Neil Young will be playing. I'm like, I think he's from Canada.
Neil, but he has country music.
Yeah, you definitely. It's a stretch, but it
I do
works.
stretch some of it. Like I'll play, Eagles. I'll play Leonard Skinner. Even some Clapton's dabbled in country a little bit.
It's a good set.
I play a lot of Eagles. I play a lot of stuff that's country-ish. But it's really rock bands. Like even the Beatles have some
country rock.
The Beatles have some country rock. So yeah, it's country rock. Allman
Every once in a while
Brothers.
you'll
I
hear
play.
like a monkey song or like
Yeah, there's a couple of country-ish monkey tunes
Michael,
I play.
whatever his name is.
So this woman comes up to me. She goes, "I have a weird question for you," and I'm standing there with one of the security guards. She goes, "I was here like 3 years ago with my kids." She goes, and they loved this. She goes, and we were taking video. She goes, and they loved watching the video. They loved watching the video of themselves as babies at this farm. And they're jumping around and they're playing. She goes, but they loved this song that's in the background. She goes, something about, like Chug a Lug. And that is one of the songs. It's actually, I forget who the other guy is, but it's Huey Lewis with some country star.
Okay.
And the song is called Chug a Lug. And I never in my life would have ever heard this song if it wasn't for Huey Lewis being on it.
Yeah, because you love Huey Lewis.
So I just said, oh, yeah. I said, I have that song here somewhere. She goes, oh, really? She goes, we haven't been here since. She goes, the kids would just love hearing that song, like, for real, as opposed to this video.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So I went back. I looked around a little bit. Sure enough, I found it. I put it right on. The kids lit up. They're jumping all over the place, dancing. The father's filming them.
That's awesome.
They were so thankful and appreciative. And even the security guard, he was like, wow, this is a cool thing to have that memory and then, to have it playing for them now. He goes, that's what's cool about this.
Yeah. That's a great story.
And that's some of the cool stuff about being there.
Yeah.
I had another woman take a picture of me with her kid yesterday. We took the picture, and then she turns to me. She goes, I have a picture of my kid with you every year. And I was like, oh, wow. So that's the fun stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
that's
like
nice.
I said, the kids feel like safe around you. You give out like a good energy, and so it's like it's nice, Not being like I wouldn't want the kids to be sent to like EMT, the first aid unit or something. Like it's nice that
Yeah.
you're around, and everyone knows we're just like send them to Farmer Willie.
All right. Here's my complaint.
Oh boy.
Freaking people are savages.
Yes. They're all in my line.
I can't. I actually was telling Sallie this morning. So there's a trailer. It's bathrooms, but it's like a trailer.
Nice bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like really nice bathrooms. Like you're surprised. Like wow.
But it's funny because you see how at the beginning of the festival, every year, the bathroom is spotless. And they do
Every
clean.
day the bathroom's spotless.
They do clean it, but you see throughout the festival as time goes on, it's getting like a little more, just a tiny bit grungy.
Yeah.
But then yesterday, like I said, it was just really busy. I mean, they went to town on this bathroom.
The people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went into one stall. There was, are there people yelling at each other? What's going on?
They're working.
There was, it had to be at least half a roll of toilet paper used.
Ew.
Not only on the floor, but right next to the toilet bowl. I don't know. Is this sign language for toilet bowl next to a toilet paper next to a toilet bowl? I don't know why I'm doing that. So
That's
so there's this little mound of toilet paper right against the toilet, like
why? Like it's an inch away. Why can't they?
It wasn't
make
even
the
an inch away. It
toilet
was
bowl?
against it.
Like they're just like I'm trying to get in the toilet and somehow
Did you
they
miss?
They forget their butts there and
And then
can't
all
get
right,
in.
fine. Then you somehow miss, but then you don't
Pick it
just
up.
then
Yeah.
take it and put it in. Like what is wrong with you people? So I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So then
the women's room is worse because in the women's room, like the poor women with families, like the guy goes into the bathroom and then any child, male or female under 10, is going to be going in the bathroom with the women. So they have like 2 or 3 kids and they're running around from different. So the poor woman is like, I don't even know what's going on in that stall. So then that stall's out,
It's amazing to me.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people? So I'm doing my thing up there, I'm making my announcements. I got my microphone. And I look to my left, and there's this big family, and they're walking, in my direction. And the father, who appeared to be the father of this group, He's got a little piece of paper, almost like a receipt, right? And he's walking. He's got a bunch of papers in his hand. And he's walking, and this little white piece of paper falls. So I go, hey, excuse me, sir, hey, you dropped a piece of paper there. And he kind of looks at me funny, stops, and as he starts walking back, so I'm assuming, he's going to go pick it up.
Get his stuff,
so I look at this other family that's walking in our area, and they kind of, like, they're making sure he's not looking. They're going like this to me, like they're hiding their thumb. They're going, like, what? And I'm totally like, this is going completely over my head. So the guy picks up the paper, and then it hit me. It's like he was just dropping this piece of paper on the ground.
Yeah.
So he picks it up.
He's a litterer.
But meanwhile, the garbage can was 6 feet away.
Yeah, there's garbage cans everywhere. There's no reason to drop your shit.
So
everywhere.
once I realized in my head what was going on, I'm thinking, is that really what's happening here?
Did he really litter?
So sure enough, he picks up the paper and he starts walking towards the garbage can. So I called him out. I go, is that what happened here? I said, you were dropping this piece of paper on the ground. I said, I thought you just dropped something. I said, you really were just...
Now you're on the microphone, like, having this conversation with him on the microphone. Good.
So at this point, he's now walking back. And as he's passed me, he just gives me one of these.
I'm an idiot.
I'm like, oh, that's great. You what? Again, a douche.
I'm a selfish piece of crap.
But now get this. And a lot of people stay throughout the day. And I see a lot of people several times as they're, going to this place, to that place.
Yeah, because there's 1,000 shows, and
right.
there's like a million things to do. So
right.
people come in the morning and stay all day.
Right. So I get to see...
Oh, yeah, that's what you mean.
I mean,
I don't... the same people twice.
It doesn't last long in my head. Like a month from now, I'll probably not recognize him. But during the day, I'll be like, oh, that's the kid who has a birthday today. And there's Joey, who was singing on my mic before. And there's the father that was dancing with me before instead of the kids. His name is Bob. So I saw this family a few times. When they were leaving, they sell cotton candy there. It's the same family. This was probably a good 3 hours later. So this guy he had a bunch of kids with him. And I'm assuming they're his. I don't know, but they were with him. This kid's probably around 16. They sell cotton candy, and it comes in a clear bag. So you got to take the bag off and eat your cotton candy. So this kid's eating the cotton candy. He's got it in his left hand. He's got the clear bag in his right, and he's eating the cotton candy. And as he's going, he just drops. And this guy dropped a little receipt. This kid dropped a bag, this big, and he kept on walking.
Did you say anything?
No. This time I didn't say anything.
She said, "Hey," I yell at kids all the time. There,
you little shit.
Yeah.
But again, I couldn't believe it was even the same family. I'm
gonna say like 5 times a day there to like some kid. Hey, knock it off. Because there's
really
well the gymnasium thing or whatever they call it, that outdoor climbing facility is like right to the right of me, and they get to and so they're already like energized and jazzed up, and so like they'll pick up, because I'm in like a sandy area, and they'll pick up sand and start throwing it at like the camel or something. So I'm just always like, hey, knock it off. Gotta feed to that camel.
Joan Asher, people are so disgusting in public bathrooms. Yeah, it really is something, isn't it?
Like, you don't do this stuff at home.
Right.
There's no reason for it.
Fremda says, I think if you play country music backwards, you wind up finding your dog and getting a brand new truck. And then he says...
he did better. You did better, Fremda.
Well, don't read
it.
Slow down.
Only read the stuff
no,
that's
I'm going to read it so that...
No, we all know how bad it is.
Right. No, I want you to get the feel of how bad it is.
Under the impression that I'm not
I want you to yell at him.
Well-informed
I want you to
how
yell at him.
bad Fremda can be.
He says, I get the real news from Huey Lewis. Please
It's not bad. It's not so bad.
All right.
It's not that bad.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I love Huey Lewis. He's so nice.
What a great guy. Yeah, we've had the pleasure of hanging out with him a few times.
Yeah.
Good guy. Yeah, a lot of fun.
I got to tell you something, unless you got something you have to do today.
I do have some big news, but I can wait. We still have some time.
Maybe we have the same news.
Oh.
Does it have anything to do with bosoms?
Well, you yelled at me for talking about... Are you talking about Peter Scalari? That is not what I have to share.
Yeah. He died. He died of leukemia, 66.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bosom buddies guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was sad.
He was a good actor, actually.
2 years he tried to fight it.
Yes. I knew. I had read that he was sick a while back, and I read over the weekend that he died.
Yeah.
He was actually a really good actor. He's only really known for Bosom Buddies, but he's done a lot of supporting stuff. Right. He was on Newhart, right. But he's done a lot of drama. He's done a lot of theater. But where a lot of people, they'll do a show like Bosom Buddies and then rise to stardom like Tom Hanks did. Scalari had this starring role and then kind of fell into supporting stuff, which is fine.
It's all right.
He did a lot of great work and, was able, made a good career out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's sad.
No, okay, so what else? You got big news?
Andy Plagenos, you got to do the passive-aggressive, hey, you dropped your bag, like you're helping him. Well, I should. Well, that's what I'm saying. I said that to his father a few hours earlier when he dropped what looked like a receipt. I was like, excuse me. And I was serious. I really did think he dropped
serious.
it.
It's not like me that I'm like, hey, pick that up.
I didn't realize that he was just,
what about the
tossing.
drug bag? Did that guy ever?
No.
Okay.
No, security gave me, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a mini
messenger bag.
It was like a miniature backpack of some sort.
Boy messenger bag.
So security, comes to me, he's, found this bag. So I go, should I open it to see if there's a name inside? He's like, all right. So he opens it, and there's actually two funny things to this story. And this was I don't know this security guard's name, but he's a good guy. I talked to him a lot. So he's opening up. We're looking, can't find anything. And there's this big book. Oh, it's a famous book. I can't remember what book it was, but big thick book. He flips through it to see if
the Bible.
No, he flips through it to see if anything pops out. He says no, so he puts it back, and he's looking for any type of ID. Can't find anything. Opens up another pocket, and there's like the little not vials, but they're like pens.
The vaping stuff.
There was vaping
vape
stuff,
pens?
But then there was like another like clear tube of weed.
Okay.
He's like, whoops. He goes, there's the weed. He goes, somebody's going to really want this bag back. So we were having a laugh at that. So he hands it to me. He's like, no ID. He goes, just just announce that you have this. And he called it a satchel. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what it was. I opened it back up. I went back to that book. And I went to the back cover. I opened just the back cover. And there was a vaccination card.
Oh, so you knew his name.
So the name was there.
Okay.
So I literally, he hands me the bag.
It's not nice. A thoughtful drug user.
I opened it right up, and I found, within 10 seconds, I found the name where the security guard was taking 5 minutes to look for an ID. So I just looked at him, I go, I'm better at this than you are. And he just cracked up.
Yeah, I wouldn't piss off the guy who saves your life all the time.
Right. So, so then I had the name. But I didn't say anything about the weed. I just said, I have this very important bag of yours. Never came around. So at the end of the day, when I turned all the lost and found stuff in to Butch, who watches our show sometimes. I don't know if he's watching today. But yeah, so I gave it to Butch, and I said, Butch, you may be happy to know that there's something in there for you.
I thought you said there were car keys in it, too.
They were.
So, yeah. So
this person must have come forward at some point.
Yeah, what
maybe
a bad
after
day.
we left. But,
yeah.
Andrew Fremder, there's nothing worse than a dirty bathroom that smells like a 100-year-old fart and a handful of rusty pennies. And then Plagano says, hey! Exclamation point. So I don't know if that person got their weed back.
Okay.
Or their keys. But yeah, I was. Oh, so the news. So the news that I had. Mm-hmm. So you got Peter Scalari's dead.
Yeah. Did someone else die?
He died from leukemia.
Yeah.
Guess who died from prostate cancer at the age of 59?
Well, it's a boy.
Yes.
59.
Only 59 years old. Yeah, it's sad.
Actor?
Yes.
Singer?
I don't know. I've never heard him sing.
59. Mm-hmm. Who's 59?
And I actually knew this guy was sick, too. I had actually read it somewhere.
You did?
Yeah.
Movies or TV?
TV. You're not going to get this.
I'm not? Is it a TV show I've watched recently, or is it like The Old West or something?
It's not the Old West, but it's not something you... Well, how far back do you consider recent?
Has he been in any kind of sitcom on the TV in the last, 20 years? Or is it like the Munsters or something?
He's known... Yeah, he's one of those that's known for one show. And people don't even know his real name.
Oh, really? All right, give it to me.
Gunther. You were not a...
Oh, I know Friends, right?
Yeah.
He just died too?
Gunther died from prostate cancer at the age of 59. James Michael Tyler is his name. Yeah, he died this weekend from prostate cancer.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, that is sad. I thought he was funny.
He was funny. I thought he did a great job on that show.
I thought the show actually would have been better. I hated the Ross, Rachel on again, off again, bang, and then they have a kid, but they're not together. And then they get to, all of a sudden they realize at the end, the last episode, they're going to be together forever.
They were on a break.
It was just dragged out way too long. They ran out of ideas. That show irks me. I loved Friends when it first came on. And I liked their storylines in the beginning. It was silly and funny, but the storylines were based on real stuff, and stuff a lot of people in their 20s go through. Some of them have their careers started early, so they're making some money. Some of the other ones weren't there yet, so they had that episode.
They're really struggling. Yeah, when they're struggling, where two of them were rich and two of them were eating ramen noodles, and they kept saying, "Hey, let's go to a movie," and they couldn't afford it.
So they had that episode. So there were a lot of episodes like that in the beginning.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too, and it was still tremendously funny at the same time.
Sure.
And in my opinion, it quickly went downhill.
Yeah.
There was Ross and Rachel had no chemistry whatsoever.
Chandler was drugged off his brain.
That's real life, but.
Yeah, but still, it affected the quality of his work.
But there was no... I don't know if that had anything to do with... I don't think it would have changed this dynamic. There was no...
You just hate love. You're a murderer of love.
A murderer? I'm the love murderer. I'll murder your vagina.
Oh, my God.
So I just... and then there was that thing... What's that woman's name? Aisha Taylor. Where Ross dated her first, and then Joey dated her, and then Joey's dating Rachel. It got so stupid. It would have been classic because there was that running joke throughout the whole series that Gunther had that thing for Rachel.
Sure.
That would have been a great ending if all of a sudden Rachel and Gunther got together and got married. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. And then Ross could have been like, "But we were on a break."
Right.
I think that particular episode, because you don't really know. It is It is kind of like a tricky thing. You can kind of go back and forth on both sides, but I think that particular episode changed relationships around the world forever. Because now you have to say to yourself, okay, if we break up and we're fighting and we break up, please give it 2 weeks before you put your penis in someone else's vagina. If you can't work it out in those 2 weeks, then yeah, we're done. But you don't want to, the next day have sex with someone and be like, "But we were on a break." No. You know what I mean? But I don't think before that episode people really had, had really thought about it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. She didn't specify. I shouldn't say she didn't specify. They didn't discuss it.
No one's discussed it or specified. And so, I think that episode kind of made people say, all right, we're obviously going to fight, and sometimes we're going to break up. Everyone does. Here's the new rule. Thank you, Rachel. I almost said Rachel instead of Rachel and Ross.
Rachel and Roch?
Yeah.
Pivot.
Because they're both right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had to pay the price.
Well, yeah, he should have kept his penis out of people's vaginas if he was going to go back with her.
Did you ever watch the show? I think you did. What was the show that Matt LeBlanc did where he played himself?
You liked it.
I thought it was hilarious. Although the first two seasons were
a little bit
hilarious.
I liked it, and then all of a sudden it gets all vanilla. And
yeah, it got a little too depressing. I think there was actually another season that I didn't even see. But what's the name of that show? Was it called Writers?
Wasn't it just... No, I just thought it was his name or something, no? Wasn't
No. We're talking about two different things.
Oh, all right.
No. I'm talking about the show where Matt LeBlanc played himself. I'm not talking about Joey, the spinoff. That was horrible.
Yeah, I thought that was horrible.
No. I'm talking about Matt LeBlanc did a show. It was on Cinemax, I think, where he played himself, and he's starring in the show is about the writers of a sitcom.
Okay.
And Matt LeBlanc gets brought in because he's still a little bit of a name, and the writers were against it. And he plays himself, but he plays himself off to be like this prima donna, who sits back and just gets everything handed to him.
Yeah.
With all these crazy demands and stuff, he makes them these writers crazy, for the production
That's
of this
funny.
show.
I like that.
This show was hilarious. I think it was called Writers or Writing or something like that.
Okay.
And the first two seasons were the first season even more so, hysterically funny. The show took a weird turn and kind of sucked after a while, but the reason I bring it up is because they wanted him. There was in the show the plot line was the show that they were working on was starting to dip in the ratings, and they were being threatened with a cancellation. So they were saying, "Well, Matt, go
Take
get
your shirt off."
No, they were telling him to calm down. He has all of his limbs. They were trying to get him to get the cast of Friends to come be on this show, and that would boost the ratings.
Oh.
So, and there's other stuff going on in the episode, but every once in a while you see Matt LeBlanc on the phone. He'd be like, Jennifer, it's Matt.
The other one.
LeBlanc, stuff like that. So,
Not that Matt.
as the episode's going on, he's like, okay, it's all set. I got the reunion, but he wouldn't tell anybody who was coming, right? The very last scene, they're showing them, shooting, a scene for the show, and it's Gunther.
It's Gunther.
Like, that was the best he can do was Gunther. And I thought that I thought was hysterically funny.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't
or
see
the
that
guy in
coming.
the bathrobe. That would have been funny, too.
The guy in the bathrobe. Oh, the guy who lived upstairs?
Yeah.
What was it, Biggles or something? Mr. Biggles?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, that would have been funny. Oh, Episodes. Thank you, Joan. That's the name of it. Episodes is the name of that show. Really, really. The first season was hysterical. And
Yeah.
Matt LeBlanc, man, was fantastic. I thought he was great as Joey. It actually makes me a little sad that when they get typecast, because I bet you he's a great actor, because he was hysterically funny as Joey, hysterically funny on episodes, but playing a completely different type of role. It was really good. So everybody's asking DJ D-Love how his weekend was. Who said they saw some pictures of him at a party or something? Yeah, I saw the pictures too, DJ, and you were, and I didn't comment on them. You're going to yell at me.
Have you talked about the Martin Short show yet? I mean, I'm not here all the time, so I don't know if you guys have covered it.
You and I have talked about it on here.
That's it? Really?
Yeah, go check that out. The last episode aired last week. It's coming back for a second season. Only Murders in the Building. I was talking.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu. I was talking to Liz Jeffrey. You guys remember Liz Jeffrey? She was in here once or twice. She came on last year. No, earlier this year. She came on. She's the one who last Christmas found out. She knew she was adopted, but she found out last Christmas that she has 9 siblings.
Yeah.
And then she came on here to
and
talk
she was
about it a little bit.
They were half of them were adopted out. And she
Right.
was one of them. And she was the last. They'd given up trying to find her because they'd tried for so long. And then she just,
Yep, and they found her. She was the last one to be found. Yeah.
Yep.
So I was talking to her over the weekend because she loves Only Murders in the Building. She loves it.
Who doesn't? There's no one who could
it's
see the
great.
show that doesn't completely
So
love it.
she
I
was
bet
talking
it
about-
gets a lot of awards.
She said to me, she goes, "What a great cliffhanger that was." I said, "Really? You thought it was that good?" She goes, "Yeah." And we're just talking a little bit, and I go, and she goes, she
says something about it, and then
she
you
said something to make me
realize-
realize. I was like, "Wait a minute." She goes, "Are we talking about the same show?" She goes, "Yeah, the show ends." She was a cliffhanger with Steve Martin's nosebleed. I said, "No, that's not the cliffhanger."
That's not the last episode.
She goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "There's another episode after that."
She's like, "What?"
She goes, "Really?"
She almost. I felt like she wanted to get the show over with so she could
Yeah.
run home and watch it.
She got so excited. She goes, "Oh my God, I get to see one more show." I was sad the show was over.
Yeah.
She goes, "There's one more I can see." I said, "Yes, there's a 10th episode with a cliffhanger."
Yeah, it's a great show.
So I immediately shut up. I didn't want her to hear, and I didn't want to give anything away.
Right.
But I will. There's one thing I will mention about the last episode of Only Murders in the Building.
You're gonna ruin it.
I'm not going to ruin it.
You're gonna ruin it.
Steve Martin, his physical comedy.
Yeah. He is.
I'm
He's
sorry,
amazing.
but I would take his physical comedy over Jim Carrey.
And he's so old.
But he's been doing stuff like this his whole life, and he's fantastic. What's that movie? What's the movie with Lily Tomlin where they like share a body or something? Right? There's that one scene where she's like pulling his arm, because she's in the body too.
Yeah.
So he's actually just by himself getting so freaking funny.
So he does that so well.
There's this thing going on in the last episode. I'm not going to say why.
Yeah.
But he can't walk. So he's dragging himself around to get help. And first of all, the sound effects he's making, I can't even describe it, but it's oh my God, right? Was I like laughing like hearty belly laughs? I was hysterical. But then he can't walk, so he manages to get into an elevator, but he's struggling to get into the elevator, and the elevator doors start closing on him. But he's positioned in a way that the elevator doors are going in between his legs. And it's just repeated, boom, boom. Oh my God, I laughed so freaking hard. Steve Martin,
he's a genius.
He is a genius.
And Martin Short was so funny too. I love.
Martin Short is
the
fantastic.
role that he. And who's the girl?
It's Selena Gomez.
I was really like when she first came on in the first episode. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know how this is going to be. And I was like, she's
she was
so
good.
good. She was great.
Yeah,
I was
she's
really, because she's a singer. I didn't.
No, she was an actress first, wasn't she?
I don't know.
I think she was.
She was in this movie that I don't know if you saw. Did you see the movie where?
I doubt it.
It was a boy who needed an aid because he couldn't move from like the neck down, and
The one with Helen Hunt where she gets naked throughout the whole thing.
Rude. Who's something Rude?
Rude.
Last name. 40-year-old virgin.
Rudd. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd was in it.
Rude.
Paul plays his aide.
No, I don't know what movie you're talking about.
She was in that. You would love that movie.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the name of it.
So I'll go to the Amazon and type
yeah,
in
it's on
Paul
Amazon or Paul Rudd.
You really thought his name was Paul Rudd?
It's like Rudd. Is it Rudd?
Yeah.
Rudd. Better than rude.
Yeah.
It's rude not to know how to tell people. Say
Who
people's
was it?
name.
Was it Keegan? I think may have posted.
Kagan.
That they got that Steve Martin Short found their replacement for Chevy Chase. It was a picture from that show. Let's see. Martin Short show, nicely done, says Joan Asher. Martin Short, again, a treasure. Nobody can do what he does. He is so freaking funny. And speaking of him and Steve Martin, if you haven't seen that special they made together.
Oh yeah, the special is really good.
Special from a live show.
It's a good special.
Holy crap! Was that a funny show? Hi.
But I was afraid that the show, the series, wouldn't be as good, and it's fantastic.
DJ says he's mad at me. All right. Friends is to NBC as Homies is to BET, says Fremter. Annie Plagano says All of Me. Yeah, that's the movie with Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin where they share a body. Joan Asher says Steve Martin is a kid. He's only 76 years old. You stop it.
76?
Yeah, you said he's so old.
That's pretty old to be. Well, okay, go watch that one scene and tell me how many 76-year-olds you think can do that scene.
My mother would still be on the floor.
Yeah, 35-year-olds would be like, I'm going to need 3 Advil. Yes.
It's hysterically funny. Plagano, Selena Gomez was on Barney. So
was she?
I guess that's how she started out.
That's so cute.
Yeah, she's good in this show. She did a lot of the like teeny bopper teenager.
I thought she was great.
So I didn't really know much of her, but she's good.
Very good casting.
Yeah, really funny show. So go check that out. Boom. Don't forget tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at the Lark in Northport. Come see me. Hi, how are you? We should. Well, we're getting off in a few minutes, but we should have kept the door open. Tell these people to come in.
Yeah, I think they're a little busy.
If you're familiar with the show Gravesend, they're filming some scenes from it. But I think that guy's an actor in it.
That's grave.
No, the main guy, he is here. He walked past me before and he gave me one of his, how you doing?
Hey.
And I swear to you, I was just having a little fun with myself. I just went, how you doing?
Oh, just one more thing, which I thought was like really cool because we're not going to be talking about Y Post anymore. But one of the SWAT team security guys, he came over and he was like talking to me for a while. And then I said, I'm like, yeah, I said, I'm tired. Like towards the end of this, he's like, really? I love doing this. I love, like, I could do this all the time. Like a couple of days a week, come in and do like security work for this. It's a fun festival. Just shut up. Just shut your face.
Kevin called me over and said, Mom's flirting with the security guard.
I think he even said again.
Again? Yes, I think he did.
And security guards again. Like, I'm not even just like,
See?
I don't even.
And that's Kevin now. Can't
No,
believe you're
Sam.
talking about this guy again on the air while Tony's right next to you. Heartless slut.
So I was saying how, like, yeah, we've been busy with like murder mysteries, and he was like out of his skin. Like, what? I'm like, yeah, we do comedic murder mysteries. He was like, what? And it turns out that he used to do the exact. You talk.
I did talk to him. Yeah, it turns out he used to work in murder mysteries. And he started describing certain roles that he's done, which is exactly what I'm currently looking for.
Yeah, so it was like amazing. We thought he was like putting us on. Like he described the same outfit that.
Yeah, that our guy wears in our show. Yeah.
So it's gonna be like so we're gonna see.
Yeah, we may have a new actor in our troupe.
Actor.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right, so we're getting out.
Yep.
You're feeling good?
Me? No, I'm a wreck. Yeah.
All right. So with that, so Steve Squared tonight at 6:30. Flip Tracks Radio tonight at 8. Who's his guest? Do you know?
I don't.
Oh, all right. But Flip Tracks Radio tonight at 8. And then we're back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. The Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast. We're back at 11 a.m. Jackie, the Joke Man Martling, will be here. He's going to play Tuesday Trivia with us. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
You almost got through a day with me being here without burping.
Oh, sorry. Why I feel like I'm forgetting something, though, as far as our shows.
Now you have the hiccups?
Yes. Jackie the Joke Man Martin will be here tomorrow. It'll be fun. Don't forget, he's giving away tickets, a pair of tickets to see his movie. It's called The Joke Man, playing at the Belmore Theater this Wednesday night. Looking forward to that. Please like and share our show. You didn't have that graphic up, right? Please like and share our shows to all your social media pages. Please subscribe to the Gov's Comedy Club podcast YouTube channel. And subscribe and share. And go check out the Smokes, Jokes, and Insults YouTube channel. That is one of our channels. And that is a new show that we have here. But we gave it its own YouTube channel because we're hoping it's going to take off. Chris Monty, Kevin Downey Jr., and Mark David Hirschman, and sometimes Chris Roach, and some other guests that come through. James Russell, who was in here a few weeks ago with his puppet duck. He is the card dealer. It's comedians playing poker and sharing cigars and having a bunch of laughs, and it's a lot of fun, so we hope this really takes off. We'll see you guys tomorrow, Tuesday at 11 a.m. for Tuesday Trivia. Have a great day. Bye.